Lotus sisters, and welcome to Mercury Retrograde.
Yeah, we wanted to make this video because Mercury Retrograde happens a few times a year and it's a really important time. Hannah and I are really big advocates of listening to Mercury Retrograde because it's that time of the year, or those times when it's time to step back and reflect. And if we keep pushing against these energies, we can get really run down. And Hannah and I both had burnout before, so we're really big advocates of this time of reflection and going within.
Yeah, so Mercury is all about the so rethinking, reevaluating. It's a really good time to just sit back and view everything and just decide what's working, decide what's not, and
have a good look at things. Yeah, so it can seem really confusing, but it's also such a beautiful time. So it lasts for about 3.5 weeks. Really good time of self-care. So Hannah and I love doing readings for people during retrograde because it can seem really confusing and like things are all up in the air and you're questioning your soul path and you're questioning things, questioning your relationships, all those things. There's more arguments, there's more car crashes, there's all these things. Because when we push against this trickster energy of Mercury, the universe will slow us down. If we can end up with injuries and illnesses during this time because we're not listening.
Yeah, when we woke up this morning, we were covered in fog and cloud, looking out the bedroom window, and I think it's just a really good reflection of what's going on with the collective at the moment. It's foggy, it's cloudy, no one really knows what they're doing. It's an unclear time. So if you're feeling demotivated or a bit confused or even exhausted, it's actually really normal. So that's why we like making these videos, because we're like, hey, it's okay. You know, for the next 3 weeks, just chill out, take care of yourself, get a reading, get a massage, just do some jobs maybe around the house that you've been putting off. So remember to go within. Remember to spend some time on you, just you know, and that will help your relationships and things like that anyway. But it's just that vital time where your body and your cells and all that are actually regenerating as well. So, so really being mindful of that and not launching major events and things like that. Don't sign contracts during this time. Put it off for 3 weeks. Because it's a really confusing time, and because Mercury rules communication can go really awry during this time. Watch out for emails that go missing, text messages that go into the ether, stuff like that. The other thing is watch out for people coming back from your past as well to settle things. That's another big component of Mercury going retrograde. It's like, because it's all about the people will try to reintroduce themselves back into your life. So watch out for a phone call from the ex.
And that doesn't mean that you're meant to reconnect necessarily. It just means that it's bringing up old stuff in your body or in your unconscious, just continue to clear and things like that. Even these paintings behind us, we chose them because they kind of represent Mercury retrograde. It's like things are going in many different directions.
That way, this way,
It can seem really confusing and muddled, but really what's happening is you're just processing, and that's totally okay, and you should definitely give yourself the time and space in order to reflect on what's happened this year so far. So I don't know about you guys, but 2020 has been really busy and intense and really amazing. Like we've had so much Capricorn energy, getting stuff done, getting stuff into place, climbing that mountain. Really good, but it can only last for a certain amount of time. And what Mercury retrograde does, which is so important, is that it kind of gets us to stop and reflect on everything we've been doing or all our actions, and just gets us to slow down and evaluate it so that we don't keep walking forward blindly or running forward blindly. That we really take stock and look at our decisions. Because that's very important. We're not conditioned to slow down. We're in Western culture, we're always moving forward, but that's how we're trained in a way. So, but if we move against this energy, it will only cause chaos.
So keep that in mind over the next sort of 3 weeks, and check in with us if you want a reading, or and
do some art with us or something.
But best of luck, and see you on the flip side.
Okay, see ya.